Now, sometime I wonder, if our Prime Minister have a problem with remembering things that he has said before, or I am now thinking that our Prime Minister is either having some mental problem, or maybe he is bipolar. Because if you can remember, um, it is not even 1 week now when the prime minister was gearing up to call the local government election. In his speech, he was saying that, and I'm saying that the prime minister was almost on the verge of crying and begging, saying that every ghetto youth is a star and him love ghetto youth. But 1 week after, we are now hearing that the prime minister is saying that if Jamaica don't take check of these youths, the state is gonna crumble. And I'm saying that this prime minister is either bipolar, because our youth said last week that every ghetto youth is a star, and this week you are saying that the said youth them will cause the state to crumble. You are saying that the youths are forming gangs, and I'm warning the youths of West Kingston, especially in Tivoli Garden, to be wary of this prime minister. Don't feel good within yourself when you're hearing this prime minister pointing out that gangs in Spanish Town, gang in Westmoreland, gang in St. Catherine, and all over the place. Him soon say gang in West Kingston and Tivoli Garden too. So I'm asking the youth them in Tivoli Garden, be wary of this prime minister, because this prime minister is a loose cannon. And if you don't believe me, listen this, because this prime minister, after saying that him love youth, listen him right now, saying that the youths them is forming gang to go against the state. Listen.
Collapse due to the pervasiveness of crime and violence. Speaking at the National Security Council seminar today, Mr. Holness said most Jamaicans don't recognize the significant threat posed by crime.
One of the challenges we face as a small island is that we don't see ourselves as having a national security problem. We don't see things through the lens of a threat to the existence of the state. We believe that the Jamaican state will always exist. It is a thinking that has pervaded many of the other independent arms of government. Every day I see how the Jamaican state could collapse from this business of crime and violence, because we are not taking a national security prism to the problem. So we have to change the legislation to create this understanding that gangs, violence, and crime are a threat to the existence of the Jamaican state.
He added that the issue of gangs coordinating and directing crime must be addressed, as they are weakening the state.
We see it as a street level problem. Oh, it's a Spanish Town problem. Oh, it's a Montego Bay problem.
I want to listen, youth. The Prime Minister pick out the street, Montego Bay, downtown, Spanish Town, and if you don't listen, him no mention nothing about the youths them where I come from up in a uptown, places like Grand Spen, places like Cassava Peace, places like Red Hills Road, places like Mar Valley. Him no mention them place there, no. Him no mention them place there. And I want to tell you too, a whole heap of youth are left from upper places like Beverly Hills, Jacksonville, Cherry Garden, Narbrook, Smokyville, and I come down in the ghetto come create mayhem. And him now mention that whole heap of uptown youth I travel from uptown and come down with a legal weapon. And the Prime Minister now mention that. And him same one say him love ghetto youth. And listen, how him a point out ghetto youth. Listen.
Oh, it's a problem in Clarendon. Oh, it's a problem with gangs in Central Kingston. Not recognizing that the gangs in Central Kingston have links with the gangs in Spanish Town, who have links with gangs in St. Anne, who have links with gangs in Montego.
You hear him talk about the links them? You hear him talk about the links them? And him not talk about, say, the said youth, them have links with youth up a Grand Spen, the youth, them have links with youth up a Standpipe, the youth, them have links with youth up a Cherry Garden, the youth, them have links with youth up a Narbrook, the youth, them have links with youth up a Jacksonville. Him not say that. Him just take said pan we in the ghetto, we in the inner city, Spanish Town, Mobile. Listen him, you know. I want to listen to this man carefully. And it's a week ago, this man say him love ghetto youth and every ghetto youth is a star. Listen him, no man.
That there are higher level gangs coordinating and directing. And whilst they may not be acting politically, they don't want to run the state. So they are not terrorists in the classic sense.
You see, uno youth where they are Tivoli Garden. Uno mind this man here, no be weary him, you know. Because you hear what I say, although you not deal with it from a political basis. So, you can there at Tivoli Garden and feel comfort in on yourself, a fame. So, President Doddo did feel, say, Bruce Golden did with him. And you see what Bruce Golden do? Sending the army and the security force and get rid of him. I want to listen, Tivoli youth, to listen this man here. Don't trust him. Don't trust him. Listen him carefully.
But what they want to do is to weaken the state so that the economic benefit of their enterprise can grow. But we are here being pitiful at a street level youngster who has a gun, because all we see is a street level youngster with a gun.
If you don't understand, you know, what it mean, you know, say you don't want to weaken the state so you can control. Him a talk about extortion. Him a talk about youths them like where they are Spanish Town, Klansman and order. And him a talk about the youth them from West Kingston to the youth them in a garden, Tivoli, we turn them place in a business, and him kind of vexed with that because this man you know love when ghetto youth and make money, you know. Anytime you see ghetto youth and make whole heap of money, him not like that. Him say you not do extortion. So me I want to know youth and youth were in a West Kingston like Tivoli Garden. Be careful of this man. You don't trust him. Don't trust this man. Yeah. Right.
Not recognizing that he is the tip of the iceberg, the tip of the spear of the threat to our safety and security. He's the one that will pierce our veil of security. So we must deal with that as strongly as we deal with those who form the shaft of the spear and those who direct it. And that is why we are increasing our penalties, changing the legislative environment.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness.